Hello, my name is Tony Litt. I'm the MD of Sunrise Radio, and it's my immense pleasure to bring you the official Sunrise Radio podcast. We are the #1 commercial Asian station in the United Kingdom, with many firsts to our name, and we continue to be the voice of British Asians who have given us their love and loyalty over 30 years. It's a legacy we cherish and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Our aim has always been to entertain the listeners with the best of Bollywood and Bhangra, while also addressing their concerns. A real voice for the community, a vibrant community, and a great nation. We are proud to be British and Asian. This podcast is a compilation of some of the things we do on the station, with a stellar lineup of presenters who each have their own personality and style. It's entertaining, informative, engaging, and we hope you will enjoy it here as a podcast if you are unable to tune in to the radio. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your family and friends about this podcast, and do leave us a comment on what you think. We'd love to hear from you. All the best always. Team Sunrise.
The UK's biggest station mix. Sunrise Radio.
Hey, my name is Shabnam Sahi. Welcome to the official Sunrise Radio podcast. I'm on your radio weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. If you've heard the show, you know what to expect from it. But here are some exciting, interesting Bollywood stories that you may have missed. This time round, served up as part of our official Sunrise Radio podcast. Enjoy. It was a pleasure for us to chit-chat with Shekhar, Kapur, Jemima Khan and so many others from the cast and crew of What's Love Got to Do With It. So the conversation took place in a London hotel about 2-3 weeks ago, and Shekhar Kapur's first question was to me when he asked me, "Are you married?"
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Arranged?
No.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Now, I saw the film last week. I enjoyed it immensely.
Thank you.
And being an Indian who's followed your trajectory right from the first film that you made, Masoom, we know that as a director, you know how to talk about love and relationships and heartbreak and all the rest of it. What was it that drew you to the script of What's Love Got to Do With It?
Because even though I might talk a lot about heartbreak and relationships, everything, I'm still fundamentally searching for it. And when I read the script, it was doing the same thing. It was searching for love. The whole script was searching for love. And it never ends. The yearning for never ends. I mean, you might talk about it, you might write books about it, and everybody says, oh, they know about love. And nobody does. Because it's such a mystery. And if it wasn't a mystery, there would be no love. If there was no mystery, there would be no life. And that's why I was drawn to it, because the film in itself was not able to say exactly what it is, and therefore the mystery was there, and I got so attracted to the mystery of something that could get created out of a script that in itself was searching for itself.
As a director, is it challenging for you to navigate a screenplay that is trying to keep it light and frothy, and yet at the same time address a few cliches, a few preconceived notions, and talk about love in a deeper context as well?
You know, if you have great actors, and if you rehearsed enough with the actors, these actors have the way of turning every cliche into a potential. What is a cliche but a statement? Oh, this is it. What you tell your actors is, it's not a statement. The cliche is not a statement. It's a potential. I love you is a question, not a statement. So that's what you do. These constantly, what the actors did for me is they just made everything a potential. It's a potential. I love you. You'll say, hey, I really in love with you. You never say, I'm really potentially in love with you. But actually, that is the truth.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So, arranged marriages and love marriages aside, what do you think love is? Have you had any answers, found any answers to that quest as you watched this film unfold? And what do you think? How do you define love? What do you think makes a relationship tick and work?
First, I define love as a never-ending mystery. It's a yearning. And when the yearning ends, love ends. Right? And what is yearning but the need to resolve a mystery? Like life. But if you go on trying to resolve a mystery, it has to have mystery. So therefore, love is a mystery. So in my life, that's what I've discovered. And that's why I love this film, because it ends on a possibility that maybe this will be a great relationship. What is a relationship? What's a great relationship? The fact that you don't deny each other's mystery. Don't say, oh, I know you, you're like this. It's over. I don't know you, you're potentially this, you're potentially that. That is what keeps me engaged in you. is a relationship that goes forward. That's the beauty of the ending of this film.
Are there any memorable incidents from the shoot that you can tell us about? As an Asian first and now British Asian for the last 20 years, we feel that, arranged marriage is something I know about. I know what's going to happen. I know where this is going. Right from the start, you know that here are two people who are meant to be together and you're rooting for them to be together. And it's all about finding out how the pieces of the puzzle come together right at the end. Was there anything that surprised you? Was there anything that amused you? Any incidents on the sets that really stayed with you?
Well, the sets of, the biggest incident on the set was Emma Thompson. Because every now and again, Emma Thompson will come up with something completely unexpected, and then we'd all have to try very hard not to laugh so that the sound doesn't go, or hide ourselves underneath the camera so she can't see. Those are brilliant moments. Brilliant.
Where does this film, What's Love Got to Do With It, fit into your filmography?
But where does it fit in? It's a bit like Masoom, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. It is the search for relationships, the search for intimacy, the search for love.
In the light of all the films, brilliant films that you've given us in a variety of genres over the years, it was just wonderful. And to see that, you're talking about love in a way that doesn't really put too fine a point on it, and yet it drives home the message.
Thank you.
I'm delighted to share my conversation with the lovely Jemima Khan. Now, we recorded this soon after the first press preview of this film, What's Love Got to Do With It? And you know what I loved best about Jemima? She really has a great sense of humour. You'll find out. Good morning. Firstly, congratulations. It is your first time writing a film, writing a screenplay and producing it as well. Now, you were famously married to a Pakistani and you lived in Pakistan for 10 years.
I did.
At the screening, you also said that this is, in a way, your love letter to a country that you have enormous affection for.
Yes.
Why was it important for you in this film to talk about love in particular? And this is not just pitting the arranged marriage system against a more liberal, more Western way of finding your own match, but I think it talks about love in general, right? Why did you choose to talk about this aspect of Asian culture, which is so different from the way things are done in this part of the world?
Well, there's quite a lot to unpack there. But thank you very much for your lovely comments about the film. I'm so happy that you enjoyed it. I think that having lived in Pakistan for those 10 years, for quite a formative period, so from 20 to 30, I went there with some preconceived ideas about arranged marriage and about whether that could ever end in love. And, I was probably as judgmental as the next person or any of my friends who live here who haven't seen it up close. And after 10 years, I lived with my ex-husband's family, his sisters, their husbands, his father, the nephews and nieces. There were quite a few of us. I think there was 20 or something all in one house. And ours was the only non-arranged marriage in his family. Brackets, and the only divorce. And I saw some very successful, very happy long-term arranged marriages and new marriages. So my ex-husband's niece, who lived in the house with us, had an arranged marriage, and I was sort of part of that, and I saw it happen. And so I came back after 10 years with a completely different view. And obviously what I saw was a very consensual arrangement where it was an introduction by the parents, then it was up to the couple to then take it forward or not. But I came back having had those ideas that I'd had when I'd gone there challenged, and I felt that it would be an interesting subject for a film, and to perhaps show that arranged marriage not only is not necessarily what a lot of people might think it is and gets conflated wrongly very often with forced marriage, but also, as I kind of made a nod to in the film, it wasn't that long ago that it was the norm here. We have a lot of judgment about arranged marriage, but it's still the majority of people in the world marry by arrangement of some kind. And even, Princess Diana and Prince Charles are, as mentioned in the film, arguably were an arranged marriage of some sort.
As you rightly pointed out, knowing about Pakistan and actually living in Pakistan, two different things. What was it that shocked you or amused you or amazed you at the start? There must have been many, many elements, but were there bits that really kind of changed your view fundamentally on how you thought about things? Love, presumably, or an arranged marriage. The institution of marriage must have been one of them, right?
Definitely, yes. I mean, I was very taken by the idea of simmer then boil, and some of the lines from the film about walking into love, not falling into love, and taking a slightly more pragmatic, cooler approach to choosing a life partner, which I think does make sense. Although I say that as someone who's probably ruined by rom-coms, and I am constantly kind of thwarted by my how romantic I am and how cynical I am, and then how romantic I am, how cynical I am. I'm very much a mixture of both. I think that rom-coms are the kinds of rom-coms that I like are the ones that are kind of grounded in reality and have something to say. For me, I don't really watch the broader comedies, and I think possibly that's why our director, who isn't actually a comedy director, or is certainly not known as one, why he, I think, was quite an interesting choice for a rom-com, because he definitely brought a kind of profundity and a depth and a truth to the story that it might not have had if we'd had a sort of broad comedy director. And I think it was Freud who said that a joke is just the truth with a smile. I think you can say things with comedy that people are maybe sometimes more receptive to if you can make them laugh. Yeah. I mean, the ultimate is to try and make people laugh and cry. That's the ultimate goal. The other thing I was going to say is I think the challenge with a rom-com is balancing the chemistry with predictability. That's a difficult balance, I think, to get right.
You can catch Shabnam Sahi, the ultimate storyteller, weekdays 9 a.m. till 12 noon.
The UK's biggest station mix. Sunrise Radio.
Hi, this is Anushka Arora. As always, lovely to have your company for the Sunrise Radio podcast. And this week, I have another special guest on the show. I am now joined by someone who I have been waiting to speak to ever since I saw the trailer of the Romantics, the director of Indian matchmaking and the Romantics now, Smriti Mundhra. Welcome to Sunrise Radio. How are you?
Thank you. Happy to be on.
Good to have you here, Smriti, via the phone lines, of course. Firstly, Smriti, just talk to me. How has life been for you post-Indian matchmaking?
It's been a fun adventure. I couldn't have expected that show would have gotten the attention that it did worldwide, and I'm thrilled that it did, and I'm thrilled people have enjoyed it and debate it and argue about it and everything. So it's been absolutely great.
It really did, didn't it? I think it was such a great topic of conversation. It was so good. I thoroughly myself enjoyed it so much. Now, we move on, Smriti, to this wonderful 4-part docu-series that you are bringing to us in just a few days, February 14th, which is The Romantics. I mean, this is like that trailer when I saw it, it was my entire childhood in just a few minutes. So tell me, how did the idea of making something like this come to you?
I've like all of these films, these are the films that shaped my childhood and, sort of connected me to my roots. And, as I, found my way into filmmaking, I always wanted to tell the story of the cultural influence and impact of Hindi cinema. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that it was actually Yash Chopra's cinema that defined, at least in my mind, and I think for a lot of the world, it sort of created that image of what our Hindi cinema is, of what Bollywood, as we say, is in the world. And, so it really, to tell that story through his lens and tell the story through the iconic films that he made and then eventually his son made, and the studio that they started felt appropriate and felt a good start, to tell the story of Hindi cinema. And, thankfully, I got the blessing of the family and the studio, to dig into their archives and make the series.
And I think that's great. It's like such a nostalgia trip, like you said, through 50 years, 3 generations, and you've got some of the industry's biggest stars that are speaking on this show, right the way through from Amitabh Bachchan, you've got Salman Khan's father, you've got Ranbir Kapoor, Rani Mukherjee, Abhishek Bachchan. I mean, the list is pretty endless here. Now, there's one bit in the little sneak peek that you guys put out where I think, is it Salim Khan, where he's saying he hates the term Bollywood and so does Ranbir Kapoor. I mean, that was so funny because, I mean, what was the talking point and the question that you were having at that time with these people? I mean, you know, if we're not supposed to call it Bollywood, can we call it Hindi cinema now because of such a big crossover of pan-India?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I think the question came to me because, you know, I had always used that phrase Bollywood, but every time I did, I would a little bit, and I didn't quite why. I did. I think, you know, definitely, you know, there's something a little cringy about defining an entire industry, you know, that has over 100 years of legacy and one of the most prolific and rich cinema cultures in the world, defining it in, you know, essentially as a derivative of another industry. You know, that never quite sat right for me, though it is a very catchy title, you know, the term Bollywood, it is very catchy, I'll admit. But it didn't quite sit right with me, and I was curious, you know, that while I had the opportunity to speak to all of these stars and icons of the industry, how they felt about it. And I was, you know, a little surprised, I have to be honest, to see how strong of a reaction it was. And how uniformly people, you know, just sort of disavowed that term.
I know.
I
was a little bit heartbroken after that, though.
I know. The word comes, you know, crosses my lips still, though I do try to say Hindi film industry as much as I can.
I know, right? But I there's just something about the term Bollywood that just makes me love it even more. But it's going to be really interesting to see this 4-part docuseries. Now, I think the biggest takeaway that I got from this trailer, and I think everybody's reaction, including, you know, the stars that are speaking out in this, when you tell them, you know, there's a bit where you say, what if we told you that we have interviewed Aditya Chopra extensively in this? I mean, tell me more about this, Smriti, because that is just humongous. And how did he even agree to that?
Yeah, it was quite a journey. So, you know, for those who know, Aditya Chopra, you know, one of the most prolific and you know, respected filmmakers, iconic filmmakers of our industry, both director and producer, is also notoriously a recluse and hasn't given an interview in 25 years. The last interview he gave was 25 years ago after the release of Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, and that was a print interview. He never appeared on camera before. But, you know, look, I think ultimately the series is a tribute to his father. It's a celebration of his father's legacy, Yash Chopra's legacy. And I think, you know, the story would be incomplete without the voices of Yash Chopra's family and his loved ones. And, you know, we got everyone in the industry, you know, to speak about their experiences working with Yash Chopra and, you know, and their experiences watching his films. We spoke with his beloved wife, Pamela Chopra, his son, Uday Chopra, and it would be, honestly, the story would be incomplete without Adi's presence in there. And I think ultimately he understood that and he agreed with that. And I think it was out of love and regard for his father that he finally has agreed to give an on-camera interview for the first time.
I mean, that is amazing. That really is like a well done. I cannot wait. I eagerly awaiting to watch it because I think the trailer in itself is so very Yash Raj, isn't it? You've got like the colours, you've got all the actors, you've got the snippets of people talking, and you've got the film scene. So I think, you know, when I first saw the trailer, it just put such a huge smile on my face. So, Smriti, thank you for bringing something like this to us, and I'm super duper excited to be watching it. Is there anything else, a little message that you'd like to give our listeners and everybody that is going to be watching this on February 14th?
Thank you so much. You know, I think my hope in making the series was to remind us all about why we love movies and why we love, in particular, Hindi cinema, and just recapture that magic, that was such a formative part of my upbringing and my experience. And I hope that's the feeling that the series gives to people who watch it. So I hope it's a big love letter to cinema.
Oh, we love it. Thank you so much, Smriti. All the best and good luck. We look forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Listen to our Bollywood queen, Anushka Arora, from 12 noon to 4 p.m. weekdays on Sunrise.
The UK's biggest station mix. Sunrise Radio.
It is time for the Couples Challenge. I've got a lovely couple on the phone, and we're going to be playing How Well Do You Know Your Partner?
It's time for the couples game. How well do you know your partner?
How well indeed. I've got to give a huge welcome to Tasnim and Talib. Is that right? Am I saying it right, by the way, both of you?
That is right.
Lovely. Welcome to the show, both of you as well. Is Talib there as well? Talib, say hello.
Yes.
Hello, how are you doing?
Really good, my friend. You're sounding very enthusiastic. So,
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Brilliant.
We always listen to your radio channel, so it's good to get on there and play a game. So
Oh, that's right. That's very cool. So you're the one person who listens in. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, it's definitely me every day.
Love it. Well, welcome to the show, both of you. So this is the Couples Challenge. It's how well do you know your partner? So this is how it works. Let me quickly explain the rules. In a moment, one of you will be leaving the room. The other one will be staying behind. And that person will be answering 5 questions that I'm going to put to them. And then what's going to happen is we're going to call the other partner back in the room. And that person has to try and guess their partner's answers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So the question is, of course, this is the Valentine's special. Who's going to be the brave one and who's going to be the one leaving the room? Is it going to be Tasnim or is it going to be Talib?
No, let me choose. No, you leave.
Okay, all right.
All right, before you go, though, bring it back for a second. I just wanted to ask something as well.
come back.
Yeah, just 1 second. Before you go, Talib, I just wanted to ask both of you, by the way. First question, of course, is I forgot to completely ask. Tell us how long you two have been together. Like, how long you've been together, how long have you been married, and maybe just very quickly, how you guys met.
So we've been married for 4 years now.
Perfect.
Known each other for about 7 years. So we met through mutual friends. It's been a long time. We still was out the other day, actually. 7 years have gone by so quickly.
It goes quick, doesn't it? For me and my wife, it's 8, so not much longer. But it just flies by. Well, congratulations to both of you as well. So it's going to be a good test, right? Now, do you? Now, the last question before you leave the room is your relationship going to survive if you get 0 out of 5?
It definitely won't be 0 out of 5 because I know it really well.
All right, cool. Well, let's put that to the test. So, Talib, whenever you're ready, leave the room. And Tasnim, let's get you on and answering the question. So, listen, just let me know when he's out of the room and he cannot hear you.
Okay, can you 1 second?
Go, yeah, kick him out. I love you're the boss of that relationship, aren't you? You're like, yeah, get out, go.
No, can you close the door as well, please?
Yeah,
okay,
make sure.
He's actually gone. Yeah, he's gone to the bedroom.
Brilliant. All right, so he's out the room, so he can't hear you, right? If you need to answer a bit quietly, it's absolutely fine. All right, so well done, both of you, by the way. So 5 questions I'm going to ask you right now. And just be as honest and straight up as you possibly can. So question number 1. What is your favourite choice of like naughty food or a go-to snack? You know when you're in that mood and you just got to have a munch? What do you normally go to? Is it like crisps? Is it chocolate? Is it chips? Is it chicken? What is it? What's your favourite go-to food?
I think chocolate.
Chocolate? All right, cool. Any particular chocolate as well? Like any particular brand or type or anything that you like?
Dairy milk.
Ooh, nice. All right, good choice. Dairy milk. Love it.
I'm quite boring like that, so it's always going to be plain, something plain.
Oh, that's all right. There's nothing boring about that as well. I like the plain ones as well. The more chocolate in the thing, the better, if you ask me, to be honest. When they add all this extra stuff, I'm like, what's this? I want chocolate.
Yeah, the bitsy ones and like with fruit and nut. I don't like that. I keep it plain.
Yeah, me too as well. I like the plain ones better. All right, cool. So question number 2, what is the best Valentine's gift you've ever got from Talib?
I don't know about the best one. I can't think of one right now, but the most nicest thing I remember him doing was this was before we got married, was when he surprised me at work with gifts and flowers. That was quite memorable for me.
And that was at Valentine's, was it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. That's a beautiful thing that you did. I noticed it was before you both got married and not after, right? So those ones are going to be fewer and further between now. Anyway, right, question number 3. What's one thing on your bucket list that you've always wanted to do? Like, for example, is it like, skydiving, bungee jumping, swimming with sharks, whatever it is? What's one thing on your bucket list like you really, really must do?
That's a bit of a hard one. I don't know.
Have a think. We'll come back to this question if you like.
Okay, yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to question 3. Question 4. If you could do absolutely anything this Valentine's Day, say on Tuesday, with of course your husband, not on your own, with your husband, if it could be anything at all, what would it be?
I would love to say go on a holiday.
Any particular place that you'd love to go on?
Dubai.
Okay, cool. Go on holiday to Dubai. All right, we'll see if he gets it. He says he knows you well, so let's see if he gets this right. I think this is a hard question to get right because it's quite specific, but let's see. And question number 5, last one, and then we'll come back to number 3. A favourite movie of yours you've seen more than once and you could easily watch over and over again. It could be Hollywood, Bollywood, or otherwise, whatever it is. What is one film you've seen over and over?
I'm laughing because the movie I'm going to tell you, I know my husband's going to know because I watch this all the time. So there's 2 actually. One's Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, and the other one is Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. I can never get bored of those 2 movies.
Oh, you know what? That's sweet though, because they're both such good movies. I don't blame you, honestly. Both classics, and especially K3G, like. Kuch Kuch Hota Hai is like such an all-time great in my opinion, but K3G is one of those ones that just gets me in tears every time. Like it's just what you like.
Exactly, the movies from back in the days. Like you never get bored of them.
Shah Rukh's when he cries, you just want to cry.
These movies are good.
Yeah, no, they are so good. The classics are so good. All right, tell you what, come back to number 3, and remember, it could be absolutely anything. It could even be meeting like Shah Rukh Khan. It could be anything on your bucket list that you'd like to do.
Oh my God, you know what? This is actually a really hard one. I've never actually thought about this properly.
Even if you were to think, like, make it up right now, like, what's one thing you would love to do? If it could be, like I said, it could be skydiving, it could be bungee jumping, it could be taking one of those first ever passenger intergalactic flights. It could be literally anything. What would it be?
Okay, just from off the top of my head, like, I would love, I don't know, it's something that I would like to do. I don't know if it's on my bucket list, but it's something I'd like to do is one day, like, travel, like, business class.
Oh, that's a sweet one. I like that one. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I would say bungee jumping and all of that, but I can't swim and I'm scared of heights. I'm so boring.
Oh, no, you're not boring at all. I got to tell you something. I'm going to warn you something, right, that me and my wife learned, right? So when we went on our honeymoon, I took her to Mauritius, like no expense spared. We went business class, returned business class, right? Once you've been on business class, you never want to travel economy ever again. We have less holidays now just because we don't want to go in economy. We try and save up extra to go in business class, right? So, so once you do it, you get the taste for it. Yeah, it is. It's so good. Once you get the taste for it, I'm telling you, you'll never travel the old way again. I promise you that. I love it. I love it.
Hopefully one day, yes, for sure.
This is all quite specific. I think he's going to find this quite hard. What do you reckon?
This one maybe, yeah, because this one's quite hard. But then again, you know what? He does know me quite well, so that's why it's interesting what he's going to say. But he does know my choices quite well, to be honest.
All right, cool. Let's see how well he does anyway, right? So bring him back in the room then. Let's put him out of his misery. Bring him back in the room.
Okay, one moment. You ready?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Ready.
All righty. Welcome back. Talib, how are you, mate? Could you hear anything at all there?
Okay. No, nothing. I was in the other room. I couldn't hear nothing.
All right, cool. I've got to admit, I think this is going to be quite a tough one. So we're going to do it. So basically, just to remind you, I'm going to ask you the same 5 questions, and you've got to give me the answers you think that Tasnim gave me, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. So, question one that I asked to Tasnim, I said, what is your favourite choice of naughty food or snack? You know those moments when you just got to have a munch on something? What's her go-to snack?
Oh, go-to snack. Oh, that's a tough one. Go-to snack. There's a few, I think. There's either... She does like a good crisp packet.
Oh, yeah.
Does like a good chocolate. But like a plain chocolate. She don't like it with nuts or fruit or anything like that inside it. So...
All right, cool. I mean, I tell you what, I'll take both of those, and either one could maybe right, maybe wrong, I'm not sure, but I'll take both of those, all right?
I would say, I think I'll go more towards like a Dairy Milk plain chocolate.
All right, cool. No worries. I'll reveal the answers at the end, okay?
Yeah, okay.
No worries. Question 2. I asked her to tell me the best ever Valentine's gift or surprise that she got from you. What do you think she said?
Oh, best ever?
Yeah, what was her favourite one?
There's a few things I've got her to be able to do, like good things.
She struggled a little bit with this, but then she came up with one specific one.
Yeah, for her, it's like the smaller things that count, like mean a lot. So I think I would say she likes flowers and like gifts and stuff. So I think when I was surprised at work, I think on Valentine's Day, and I bought gifts and like a bouquet of flowers for her. I think it was really, really memorable for her because she got like really like teary and stuff. So I would definitely say that.
Ah, that's a nice one. I like that. That's very sweet. All right, cool. Question number 3. I said to her, tell me one thing that's on her bucket list that she really wants to do.
On her bucket list?
Yeah, and it could have been anything. Like literally, I said maybe it was meeting like a famous actor or actress, bungee jumping, skydiving, swimming with sharks, Formula 1 racing. Could have been anything. And what do you think she said?
It's definitely not skydiving or swimming with sharks because she's afraid of water, and she's definitely scared of heights. There's definitely not that on the bucket list. Even like a ride at Thorpe Park, it's definitely not that. Oh man, thing on a bucket list. That's a tough one, the bucket list one.
Yeah, I have to admit, I think her answer is a tough one. I'm not sure you're going to get this one.
She does like travelling a lot though, that's the thing. Like going like travelling around the world, seeing different places. Yeah, I would say it's travelling.
All right, cool, travelling. All right, cool.
Seeing different places, I say.
Okay, cool, we'll put that down. Question 4. I said to her if she could do absolutely anything this Valentine's Day, like on Tuesday, what would it be? One specific thing that she could do with you, what would it be?
That one's quite easy because I would definitely say that's probably like, let's go travelling, let's go on holiday.
Any particular location?
Dubai. Love Dubai.
All right, cool. No worries, I'm going to write that down.
Dubai, yeah.
All right, cool. Last but not least, she says you'll get this one easily. A favourite movie of hers that she's seen loads of times that she could watch over and over again.
Oh my days, this is like really, really easy, this one. It's really, really easy. There's actually a few Bollywood films that she really, really likes. She likes like Dil To Pagal Hai, Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, she watches that on repeat like 24/7. And literally 24/7, and I'm like, I've literally know the words off by heart on this movie now. And Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham, and definitely like Shah Rukh Khan, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, 100%.
All right.
Those two films, you literally killed their films off.
All right, cool, perfect. All right, so that's all 5 questions. So if you give me a second to input my complex calculations here on this really high-tech device of my handwriting, and just double-check how many you got, right? So 1, 2, out of 5, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay, cool. I have to say, right, I'm quite impressed with this because I think that you did better than I thought you were going to do. I know you said you knew her well, and sometimes it's the guys who say that don't get as well. But I can reveal to both of you, drum roll, that you scored. Tell him you got 4.5 out of 5.
Hey! I'll take that any day. I'll take that any day of the week.
I forgot to ask you both, Tasnim, if he does well at this, what are you going to do for him?
Whatever he likes. What do you want?
Wait, ladies and gentlemen, this is X-rated. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so let me tell you. Yeah, so you obviously got the first one right, spot on. Plain chocolate dairy milk, you said spot on. The surprise at work is exactly what she said as well. The third one is where I gave you half a mark, where you said traveling, and the thing she said, which I knew was going to be a tough one, she said like traveling business class.
Oh, right, yeah.
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 So I'm going to say the same thing to you that I said to her as well, right? When my wife and I first did it on our honeymoon, right? So I treated her, we went to Mauritius business class and everything. Ever since then, we've never been able to go back. We have to travel business class now. So even if it means like we go on less holidays, we save up more, we just have to do it. Once you get the taste of it, you never go back. Question 4, go on holiday to Dubai, spot on, word for word, and then movies, absolutely. She said the same thing. K3G, KKHH. And that's it, man. You did well. I'm very impressed.
I'm impressed with that. I'm definitely impressed with that one.
No, you guys have been absolutely brilliant. How was that for you guys?
It was brilliant. Really good. Really good. Good fun.
The question is, though, would you both come back next week and do it the opposite way?
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. 100%.
All right, cool. I'm going to message you guys next week. I'm back on next Sunday as well, so I'll message you back when I start my show next week, and then we'll get you guys going, get you guys on again. And this time, though, it'll be Tasnim leaving the room. Are you up for that, Tasnim?
Yeah, 100%. That'll be quite fun.
Yeah. Do you think you're going to beat 4.5 out of 5?
Yes.
Oh, fighting talk. I love it. This is what I'm talking about. This is brilliant. Absolutely love it. Well, listen, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's.
Thank you. Take care.
See ya. Bye. Everyone give them a huge round of applause. Tasnim and Talib. Oh, that is awesome. That was. What a great couple they are. What a really fun couple. I loved every second of that. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the couples challenge, and that is how it's done. If you want to have a go now, you know what to expect, and that is how we do the couples challenge here on the Love Lounge.
Catch our love guru Amit Sodha between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. every Sunday for that chill out zone.